We're told about a straight line. We know it's got the form y equals mx plus c, and we're given 2 points it goes through, and we have to find the equation of the line. So let's just get a little bit of an idea of what this line is going to look like first. So if I've got my axes, my x and my y axes, my first point is at 2, -1, so that's around there. My second point is at 5, 14, which is around there. So that's my point, my line segment. And what's useful about that is I can see the gradient is positive straight away, and that's going to help me out. I can't see the intercept, but I can see it's going to be somewhere down there, because if my line kept going, it would eventually meet the y-axis. So that just helps me get a bit of an idea of where the intercept is going to be as well. Okay, so I know my line has got to be y equals mx plus c. So I need my gradient and my intercept. Now gradient I can get always, every time gradient, it's about the change in y over the change in x. Basically, the gradient is every time you go along 1, how many do you go up? And that's what gradient means. If I went along 1 to the right, how many would I go up? And so that's what I'm going to look at. Well, in this case, with my gradient, I haven't gone along 1, unfortunately, between 2 and -1 to 5, 14. I haven't gone along 1, I've gone along 3. So my change in x is 3. Well, how many have I gone up? If I go along 3, I go up, well, to get from -1 to 14, I've had to add 15. So I've gone up 15 when I went along 3. So that's 15 over 3. So if I went along just 1, I would go up 5. So my gradient is 5. So that means that my m value here is going to be 5. So y equals 5x plus c, and my plus c is going to be somewhere down there. So let's find out what that's actually going to be. Well, the normal way we do it, and I'll show you the normal way and a different way as well to think about it. So the normal way is y equals mx plus c. So we've got y equals 5x plus c, and I can choose either of my 2 points. I'm going to choose the positive one because negative ones often go wrong. Now, let's just remember, if I had 5, 14, then this is the point x and the point y, like in the alphabet x, y, z. So I'm now going to replace my x with 5 and my y with 14. So let's just replace those. So 14 equals 5 times my x value is 5 plus c. So 14 equals 25 plus c. Well, 14 is actually 25 take away 11. So c is going to be -11. So my final equation is going to be y equals 5x take away 11. There, I've moved it up a bit so it's a bit clearer. Now, just for us to understand a bit from the graph how this works, well, we've got the point 5, 14, and we had the point 2, -1. But we want to get to the point 0 something, because that will be my point C. And this is just to show how it works. Now, we've said that every time you go down 1 here, because it's the gradient, you go down 5 that way. So my points, if I had 0C, I don't know what that is, but I know I'd have 1 something, and then I've got 2, -1. So here I'm going to -5, and that gives -6, and here I'd -5 again, which gives me -11, which is the same as this. Basically, the gradient is taking me down in equal sized pieces. Every time I go down 1, I go left 1, how many am I going down? That's the gradient each time. So you can use that method if you prefer, or you can use the more conventional method, which is here.